Hi everyone, Chris Small Designs here, and today we're going to be talking about stowage gear and the options that you have and different things that you can do to make your vehicles, whether they be tanks or trucks or whichever, look a little more authentic and real. And if you look at my videos in the past, you can see I've done different tanks and such. They're not all here because I have either sold them or they're, on the cabinet and such. I can't fit them all in the one shot. So if you go back in my past videos, you'll see different arrangements and such of stowage gear. So this is just a little example of things that you can do. So anyway, what brought this video on was actually I was working with that set right there, the top one there from Legend, and I was working with that one, and I think it looks okay, but I actually wasn't quite happy with the turnout. So I ended up just doing it piece by piece by piece, and that is what I came out with. Because I was so used to working with resin, and if you go back to my Easy 8 build, I only did a little bit, right? So I thought, you know what, for my next ones, I'm going to be doing, a bit more. And so I ended up buying, obviously, that set, because we've seen this set in the past. So I bought that one, and then I thought, let's go a little bit further and let's get this one. And then I went a little bit further, and obviously I got this set, and then I started getting to, those sets. So, as I went further and further and further, I'm starting to get more stuff. So, long story short, when I got this set, I was excited because I'm getting all this stuff. But then when I, got this, I'm not getting the sharpness that I want, right? It seems like it's a kind of like a blob. Now, I'm not saying this isn't nice. It's just not quite what I wanted. At least the end result. And it's probably my own work. So you guys be the judge. I guess I'm just looking for something, a bit, from a distance, I guess it looks okay. I guess it's probably my own work. The casting is beautiful. But I want something like what I ended up doing here, and I'm going to show you, what I used. So basically, I went into our, old sheets and stuff like that, and for some reason we had an olive green sheet. This is like I don't know how we ended up with a olive green sheet, but anyway, this is like a cotton polyester blend, and what I had done is I took my odorless terpenoid and cut a piece out and mixed it with this industrial earth, dipped the sheet in so I can discolor it, let it dry, and then I cut out a piece, just as you can see right here, which is this piece right there. So I cut out like a rectangular type piece, as you've seen, and I dipped it in this realistic water, and I wrung it out, and that gave it this canvasy look, like as you can hear. So as it was kind of tacky, not too wet, but tacky, I put it down over the gear. As you can see, obviously I selected what gear I wanted, so we got like an ammo box or a couple ammo boxes in there. We got some rations and different things like that. I basically, I just chose items, from here, different things out of whatever I wanted. I'm not really, saying I'm just taking stuff out of here, I'm taking stuff out of here. Just randomly selected items. We got some beer bottles right there in a crate, and that's from the mini art set right there, right? Just they picked it up as they're going, so we'll find a diorama set for that, and we'll figure out where we're gonna place that. So anyway, and then obviously we got some thread to tie it all down. This stuff here looks like rope, and we dirtied the rope a little bit. So if we go back to my Easy 8 build, I kind of showed you how to do the rope, but anyway, and then obviously we got for this like sleeping bags or rolls or whatever, that's just using an old t-shirt. Obviously got lots of old army t-shirts laying around, but I cut that into like a long rectangular shape, rolled it up, and then used thread to tie it up, as you can see, and that simulates what that would have been. So that gives it more of a realistic look. So I find that to be better than what maybe my artist skills would be. right? It takes a lot longer to do, obviously. But I find that as far as at least the soft parts go, little nicer. I mean, for the jerry cans and ammo boxes and such, I mean, the resin stuff is great. But when you're talking soft parts, I think that's just a nicer way to go. Especially when it comes to stowage gear. It just takes a lot longer. And obviously for here, this is the same material right here. I just didn't do the water effects to make it look like canvas. I just folded it up nicely, and it just changes the color a bit, adds depth. This one hasn't been painted. I just put it on there just to show you. This one here came from that set right there. Now the plastic ones and resin ones are still great to use, like the duffel bags, things like that. I mean, that would be hard to make out of, you know, just cloth. I guess I'm just talking more so for, you know, the overall bags and such. But for stowage gear, and like here's an old M60 that needs some love. Obviously the antenna is broken off and such. But I think what I'll do is, you know, maybe redo some of this stuff on this one, add some more stuff to the basket, things like that. So there's different things that you can do. Like here's this set right here. This is Value Gear. This one actually came with the Asuka model right here, the China Clipper. As you can see, it's all painted and rolled, but that's like a clump. I mean, it's great that they're adding this stuff. I mean, I don't think all the Asuka models come with them. I actually have to check my boxes, but that's kind of on the same lines as that, right? Smaller. But I think some of this can be achieved by using like the roll and you know, rolling up an old t-shirt kind of idea, cutting it, rolling it, and then the tarp, right? Because obviously there's your ammo boxes right there. So you can just take, you know, that's a 50 cal ammo box. Let's see here. There we go. I mean, that's still attached to the resin right there. I mean, this is just kind of crudely done. And then once you get that somewhat into place, I mean, you get the idea, right? But and you get the string over top. I mean, you can kind of achieve the same kind of thing, but just an idea. And then you can get these, this actually comes with that set right there, but you can actually get these aftermarket. You can get a lot of these ammo boxes, just the ammo boxes aftermarket. Mini Art, I find, actually makes a lot of cool stuff. You know, wine bottles, beer bottles, you name it. I mean, sky's the limit when it comes to some of this aftermarket stuff. These bags, things like that. I mean, these always come in handy. You can't just make these. So, I mean, for stowage gear on the side of the tank, these are good to have. But I think the point of the video more so was when it comes to like the bigger items like the canvas and things like that, I think it might be nicer just to make it yourself for stowage gear. But there we go. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. The reason for all the tank videos, especially the Shermans as of late, is I've been contracted to do a lot of World War II stuff, especially the Shermans and the different variants. So that's why you're seeing a lot of the Shermans and World War II stuff come out. You're going to be seeing a few more other tank stuff come out. Actually, a Russian T10M will be coming out here soon. I got a contract for that, so that's why you're seeing a lot of the World War II Sherman stuff come out, and especially the diorama stuff. You're going to start to see the Shermans with the dioramas around them, and once that contract is done, then you're going to start to see some of the original projects to come out. So Sorry for the hiatus on the older projects, but you know, when the contracts come, I got to satisfy those. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully this video was informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So thanks so much, guys. Bye.